Every game, every goal, every team, goal and around, team and around. Welcome to our championship review for round 37. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our championship review for round number 37. We're going to be going through all the action over the weekend, Friday game and a Sunday game, all the bits and bobs from Saturday. And we would love your input as we go. Do say hello down there in the comments. And we will do some shout outs imminently. Let's have a look over here. Welcome, Lennon, David, Noah, Phil. Get involved in the chat as we go and get your comments in on each and every one of this weekend's results, which were as follows. Let me get them up on the screen just there. It was West Brom 2, Huddersfield 2. Barnsley 1, Fulham 1 in the early kickoff on Saturday. Birmingham 0, Hull City 0. Blackburn 0, Bristol City 1. Blackburn 1, Swansea 0. Bournemouth 2, Derby 0. Cardiff 0. Preston 0. 3 0-0s this weekend. Coventry 4, Sheffield United 1. Millwall 0, Middlesbrough 0. Forest 4, Reading 0. Peterborough 2, Stoke 2. And it was Luton 1, QPR 2. As ever, we're going to work our way down the table from top to bottom. You can see the order going on down there in the ticker. Just help me reach as many people as you can on this video. I'm going to ask you for the first time, can we get a like spike going on? I can see we've got 22 likes so far on the stream. Please hit like. See if you can get us up to 50 likes. Pretty quick, smart. Let's say some more hellos before we get into the action. Jay, Tom, Mark, what a weekend. Mr. E, Dave, HS as well. Justin and Simon as well. Right, let's get into this. And first up, it was Barnsley 1, Fulham 1. Slight surprise result, I think you will all admit. Barnsley down in 23rd, drawing with runaway leaders Fulham. Get your comments in on this one. Barnsley 1, Fulham 1. Let's have a look at the goals. And I suspect we're going to get a fair few comments on refereeing this weekend. Let's try and move the debate away from football fans says referee got decision wrong. Yeah, we get it. They're getting a lot wrong, aren't they? I'm looking for solutions now, really, because, yeah, Carlton Morris just falls over. In this one with Rabiot, penalty gets given and Morris steps up, slams that one into the net. Here comes Harry Wilson, though, who has now joined the 10 goals, 10 assists club. He bends that one into the top corner with his left foot. Of course, he does miss an absolute sitter right at the end of this one, having equalised on 86 minutes. As you can see, look, Fulham, they're up to 77 points with 10 games to go. We said for a while, 100 goals, far more likely, we think, than 100 points. And 2 dropped, perhaps, here, although Barnsley have been on a fairly nice little streak. And we'll get into it in the preview show tomorrow. Barnsley are the only team of the 3 there, 21st, 22nd and 23rd, who are at home in the midweek round. The gap is 4 points and it did close up with Reading losing. Let's have a look at some comments here. No idea how Wilson scores the first, scores the one and misses the second. Yeah, do they level each other out, those two things there? Right game, wasn't a pen, but deserved to win, to be honest. Barnsley are fighting, probably too late for them now. Possibly. Look, anything can happen in a championship. 2 straight wins and you never know, can they do it? Though I think Barnsley would have taken that before the game. Absolutely. Carvalho to England, potentially. Don't mention the ref. I mentioned it once, but I think there's going to be a few ref mentions in this one today for sure. Styles to Hungary as well. He's joining Mr. Brereton Diaz and Matty Cash playing for Poland and all of these players we've enjoyed in the championship. Getting international call-ups. Let's move on to Bournemouth versus Derby. Get your comments in. It was Bournemouth 2, Derby 0. I suspect we'll hear about a penalty that Derby didn't get. Bournemouth bouncing back. Lots of chatter this week about Scott Parker after 1 point in 2 games. And there we go. But they bounce back and get the victory there. Let's have a look at the goals. Here is the opener, Dom Solanke, after good work from Jadon Anthony in the first half there. And here is the second. Quite a good little bit of movement from Jamal Lowe, who has come up with a few important goals, hasn't he, for Bournemouth. Let's have a little look at the table. Bournemouth, well, they've still got the games in hand. It was a very good weekend for Bournemouth, wasn't it? With results kind of going for them with Huddersfield, Blackburn, Sheffield United, all not winning. QPR jumped up, but they are 6 points behind the Bournemouth. You'd stay still strong favourites for that second spot, given the games in hand and some teams behind them may be running out of road. Derby, well, you tell me. 9 games to go for Derby now. I'm genuinely of the belief that it's more a case of the away form now that's the issue. They've got themselves in striking distance in terms of the points deduction, but can they win some away games where it's not been going so well? Let's get some comments in here. What are we saying in the chat here? Parker got himself a fine and a touchline ban. Was it 2 nutmegs or 3 for the? It does get a bit of a funny bounce at the end, so yeah, it won't be perfect, will it? But yeah, nice assist by Anthony. Derby running out of steam, says Simon, but Mark says impressed by Derby. Fans were loud and proud indeed. I've heard good things. They will. Great result for us. I'm more impressed by the performance. Scraping results rather than scrapping results for a while now. Right. Let's say a big thank you to Russ, who is our fan sponsor here. Was a foe and now a friend. Currently on loan to the Premier League for a year. Russ got involved. He sponsors this show on Patreon. You too can do the same. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. On Friday night, it was West Brom 2, Huddersfield 2. Get your comments in on this one. Huddersfield's long undefeated streak continues, although, strangely, at the end of this one, having been 2-0 up, possibly West Brom could have gone and got the win. Somehow out of nowhere, they managed to get this one back to 2-2. Get your comments in. West Brom 2, Huddersfield 2. Let's have a little look at the goals. And you know you're in good form when this one flies into net. Danny Ward closes down Sam Johnston, and you know where that ball's going, don't you? Yeah, right into the goal, 1-0. Ward tucks this one away nicely, though, doesn't he? O'Brien hits the shot, parried out, and knocked into the back of the net. Look, again, we're going to talk about referees. Sorba Thomas there. High foot, low header, endangering player. If you actually roll that footage on, he actually gets his foot down out of the way before. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys fight that one out in the comments as ever. But Carlin Grant sticks the penalty home. And then literally from the next phase of play from the kickoff, spot the ball. But Andy Carroll is in there to nod that one into the back of the net for 2-2. Huddersfield still in contention. However, Bournemouth have 3 games in hand and a 2-point advantage. West Brom 14th. They are away from that top half by 2 places. And, well, never mind the top half, but look at Millwall in 11th, who are 3 points ahead of them. So, speaking of running out of road, there is West Brom for you. Let's have a look at some comments here. Crazy last 8 minutes. Yeah, look, we're going to get a lot of referee comments. Give me your solutions. We know they made a load of rubbish decisions this weekend. Frankly, didn't they? What else have we got here? First of two Desmonds. Yeah, we always predict them, but we rarely get them, do we? Poor, but a bit of fight. Again, refs, still another few games we can talk about the refs as well. Jacob, lost our heads after the tragic penalty decision. Shame we can't keep up with the top two. Never expected to be here. Still on to playoffs. West Brom's final two games of the season against Reading and Barnsley. Yeah, they will be having fun. Never believe it's a high foot if the other player has to stoop to header it. Maybe there's some sense in that, Sarjo. There, let's move on to Luton versus QPR. And I was there, and it was Luton 1, QPR 2. The second game I've been to this week. You can check out my vlog of it on the channel. Second game that was 6th versus 7th, and it was still that way on Sunday going into the game. But it's QPR that got the victory, and they go up to 4th place. Again, let's try and get the debate a bit sort of more advanced than football fan yells at referee for getting decision wrong. Talk to me about solutions. How can we do better? Can we have goals checked? Can we have penalties checked? I don't know. They need some help. They really, really do. Here's the opening goal. There's a handball in the build-up, isn't it? Flips up, the arms out here, off the body. I think we're now at the point with the laws where unnatural position outdoes if it bounces. I don't know. You tell me. The ball last season, remember, we had a different law on this where every goal was disallowed, whatever, but Cameron Jerome sticks it in the net. What I will say is there's refereeing decisions, mistakes by the players for all these goals. Marshall should save this, shouldn't he, down to his right-hand side. Here is, look, I think we're all okay with that as a penalty call. Naismith just gets in completely the wrong place, and Gray's got his foot planted into the back of the net goes the penalty. However, the winning goal, you can see Luke Amos there. Dickey's on the near post. He's going to head it in. So Amos is not in the keeper's line of sight, but he is interfering with his ability to play the ball, I think is the wording. So possibly VAR would have chalked off 2 of those 3 goals. Again, not a good week for the referees. Give me solutions rather than just yelling at them for being terrible. We can all do that, can't we? QPR up to 4th. It's ridiculously tight, isn't it? 59 for Rangers in 4th. Millwall, 5 points back in 11th place. Luton drop out of the playoff spots, and we will go into your comments on this one. We need to say a big thank you to David for a £5 super chat. Very, very kind indeed. First time this season that Luton have lost a game despite taking the lead. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Luton to bounce back on Wednesday. I think we're playing Preston. Send-ins off check. I just don't think it would be hard, Simon. The game goes dead when there's a penalty, when there's a goal, and when there's a red card. It wouldn't be hard to check them, would it? I don't know. Honestly, thought we weren't going to get anything. Dave, maybe they're the results you need, though. QPR having a bad run. They weren't amazing, were they? But they got the win, and that can change sometimes you don't need to blow a team away. Just get back to winning ways. For well over a year, Warburton, pound for pound, the best. So we've been constantly lucky. Dunn, Field, and Moses now added to great value squad. Luton's bogey team, apparently so. We had a couple of those this weekend. Wonderful stuff, guys. We've got up to 50 likes. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for your support. Can we get another like spike, please? Everybody hit that like button. See if you can get us up to 100 likes while this show is still going on. Really, really appreciate the support. Please do hit that like button if you're watching right now or indeed after the fact. And we're going to go on and talk about Blackburn, who really are falling off a cliff, aren't they? Blackburn losing at home to Bristol City. They have, well, I'm looking at the screen. It looks like about 1 win in 8, maybe 1 win in 7. I don't know. Someone will tell me the proper stats in the chat there. And they go under to a slightly erratic Bristol City. So they're going to lose at home here, Blackburn to the Robins. Get your comments in. Rovers are still in the playoff spots, though, aren't they? Again, I don't want to be that guy, but Dak, back from injury, misses the penalty, which should blatantly be retaken. Who's 25 there? Is that Matty James, who's encroaching by about 5 meters by the time the ball is kicked? But hey, I think the refs all had the week off this week. Again, give me solutions rather than yelling at them. They got that one wrong as well, didn't they? Here's a great goal though by Andy Vyman, who's having a great season. Bit of an interesting, I don't know whether this is a complete sliced shot by Joe Williams. Whatever happens, Vyman, who's I think 17 for the season now, volleys it into the net for the winning goal. Get your comments in on that one. Blackburn still in fifth. It's QPR have now won 2 in 4 to right their bad run. Blackburn obviously had a win against QPR, so they're still hanging in there. Blackburn will be very pleased that both Sheffield United and Luton lost. Bristol City, yeah, decent win for them. They're kind of on the beach now, so they can chill out for the rest of the season, see how many wins they can get. Thank you, Jeff. Well, there you go. Best finish from the worst. Did he not mean to deliberately slice that ball across him with that shot? Incredible stuff. Blackburn won't finish in the top 10 at this rate. Goal of the round, we will come to that. It's not a bad shout for Vyman. He's on our shortlist. Why was Dak taking a penalty? Look, if he's J-Lo, if he's ready to play, he's ready to take a penalty. If he's not ready to take a penalty, he shouldn't be back, should he? But Blackburn toothless up front. Yes, agree with that. Encroachment is zone. No, that's not true, Mr. E. I actually checked that today. There's a thing on IFAB that on the website, there's literally a column that says if a goal is not scored and a defending player encroaches, the penalty gets retaken. That was my understanding. Check that out on the IFAB website. So my understanding from reading that is that penalty should be retaken if a defensive player encroaches and the penalty is not scored. I may be wrong about that, but there's like a table on the IFAB column. Mowbray team falling away. Yeah, we've had this narrative a few times, haven't we? Where are we going next? We're going to a big win for Coventry against Sheffield United. Get your thoughts in on this one. Coventry 4, Sheffield United 1. And it was almost like in midweek we were writing off Coventry for the playoffs and guaranteeing Sheffield United for the playoffs. And then, of course, it's the Championship. One team completely thrashes the other at the weekend. Get your comments in on this one. Coventry 4, Sheffield United 1. Sander Berger actually gives the lead to, Sheffield United here. Conor Hourihane floats that over to the back post. Pretty poor goal to concede this one. Just lobbed over the top, I think, by Rose. I think Robinson jumps underneath it for Blades. And Gyökeres runs through, finishes it well. He's got his shooting boots on. And someone who had his shooting boots on was Callum O'Hare, who we like, doesn't always deliver, but really delivered in this game. Wes Fotheringham won't want to see this one back. Bit scrambly, bounces off the post. He's kind of flapping, laying on the goal line. O'Hare forces it in. This one's better. A nice little slip inside, and O'Hare puts the ball into the far post. This is a really good goal, actually. Really nicely worked. Martson, I think, plays in O'Hare, who then slides it to Godden, who's back and who is scoring. Let's have a look at the table for these two. And honestly, as ridiculous as it is with this playoff race, Coventry are 3 points behind Sheffield United now. Proper 6-pointer there. And we're at the point where we can't really write anybody off now, can we? You can see Millwall as well in 11th for 3 points off 6th place. So, look, traffic, busy, but we can't write anyone out of it because someone could win 3 games in 4, like Coventry, and all of a sudden be very close. Sheffield United's form is good over the long term, and they hold off in 6th place. They've probably got, they haven't got QPR to thank because QPR went above them as well. But they'll be happy that Luton and Middlesbrough did not win this weekend. Let's get some comments in on that one. Let's have a look here. Result of the round, maybe we'll get the vote on that one. Brilliant performance, says Lennon. Best performance of the season. Gyökeres and O'Hare were unplayable. It's what happens when you've got 50% of first team players injured. Coventry should get. Yeah, Coventry had like 27 shots in this game or something ridiculous. Tom, we've beaten Fulham and Blades 4-1 at home. Absolutely. Charlie, I timed you out, buddy, because you call people stupid for having an opinion. Okay, so let's try and keep the dialogue and the comments nice and friendly in here. No one's stupid for having an opinion. Okay, Callum, disappointed. Don't be disappointed with a 4-1 win. Should have been 8-1. Fantastic performance. Yeah, O'Hare, can he do it more regularly would be my question. Let's just give a little plug to the vlog we did yesterday. You can check that out from the Kenny. A little look behind the scenes at my day at Luton 1, QPR 2. Lots of people getting involved with that one. Let's move on. And a second consecutive 0-0 is a second, isn't it, for Millwall. Did they have any shots in this one? Get your comments in. Millwall 0, Middlesbrough 0. I'd be interested if we got any Millwall or Middlesbrough fans to comment on this one. Middlesbrough aren't good away from home, are they? So, look, it's a point and a clean sheet for them. Millwall, let's check the shot count because they famously didn't have any shots on goal at all at Blackburn in midweek. But look, I don't know. We'll get the Millwall fans' opinion on this. They've had 2 hard games this week after a run of, I think, 5 straight wins, Millwall. And they've played Middlesbrough and they've played Blackburn and they've drawn both games 0-0. They've kept 2 clean sheets, haven't lost either of them. It's pragmatic, but Millwall are still 3 points off the playoffs. So, look, context is king. And if they get 4 points from the next 2 games, those 2 draws look all right. Middlesbrough is still in there, but ultimately, is Middlesbrough's away form going to have them come in a cropper in terms of this playoff push? Let's have a look here. Brilliant result for Forest. Well, yes, I agree with that. What have we got here? Despite this, I don't think that's about this game. The game was all about, well, again, talk to me about how we can improve, refs, because lots of criticism for a lot of referees this weekend. Maybe rightly so, but yeah. Give me your solutions now. We've got a lot of very opinionated people about VAR, but by God, do they need some help. Let's move on to a big win for Nottingham Forest. It was Forest 4, Reading 0. Get your comments in on this one. And Forest were our first goal on the Saturday Super Stream. I think Keenan Davis scored after about 20 seconds, didn't he? And they went on to thrash Reading, who were struggling down at the bottom of the table, 4-0. Let's bang through these goals and then we'll get to some of your comments. Davis from Jed Spence's pass, quick ball across the box and a spin and finish there by him within about 20 seconds. The second goal is even better from Davis. He kind of charges in the box, tiptoes in and pops it in off the far post of the left foot. Great goal. That one. Yates, okay. He's got himself a new contract, hasn't he? This is right through the keeper's hands. Really should save this. A good hit, but yes, I suspect he saves 100 of these a week in training, doesn't he? Southwood in goal for Reading. Not great. This is a good goal. I like this one very much. They pick them off on the counterers, work down the right-hand side. Zunde Silva crosses it and Sam Surridge puts it in to the back of the net. Forest 4-0 winners. I think a couple of people have pointed out the results did go for Forest this weekend. Middlesbrough drew, Luton lost, Sheffield United lost, Blackburn lost. Couldn't have gone much better given that QPR were above. Someone had to, maybe a draw would have been better between QPR and Luton for Forest. Who knows? But they've got games in hand. Will the FA Cup be a distraction? We will find out. But Forest looking good. They're on the edges of it and their form over the long term is good. Reading, okay, 4 points ahead of Barnsley, 5 ahead of Derby. Barnsley at home to Bristol City in midweek. Reading go away to Bournemouth. Does the gap close in the midweek? How worried are you about Reading? Fastest goal this season, was it indeed? You love to see it. Ince notably referred to his team as they. Rather interesting. Yeah, very, very odd. He can be quite odd though, can't he? 17 seconds. Is it genuinely the fastest goal this season? Outstanding. Lovely to see Davis and Surridge finding the net more. Yeah, good point that actually, Lewis. They both have been questioned. What else have we got here? Davis looks a good player. Yes, he does. He's my Loney of the Week in my Tribal Football column today. We were good for 1 minute in the first half and 30 minutes in the second. Being good for 30 minutes in the second half is, yes, very nice too, isn't it? Reading equals shambles. Maybe so, maybe so. EFL sent a questionnaire via club websites, a full page on refs and quality thereof. Well, there you go. Go ahead and fill that out and give some solutions to these refs. They either, in my opinion, and I've talked about this till I'm blue in the face, they either need tech help or it's not working. However they're being trained, whatever they're being asked, it doesn't work. They're not doing the job well enough, are they? So we need solutions now. Let's just see if we can get... Oh, we're getting close now. Let's just do another like spike here. We are on 79 likes. I would love a like spike to get us up towards 100 likes. If you are watching now, do please indeed hit that like button out. Help us out here on the channel. Hit the like button wherever you are watching. Right now, let's talk about Blackpool. 3 wins in a row for Blackpool. And I saw a very good tweet from a Swansea fan saying Blackpool scored after 4 minutes. We then had 75% possession and lost 1-0. And I suppose that sums up Blackpool and Swansea a little bit, doesn't it? Swansea high on possession, but not necessarily getting the outcomes that maybe. Although I don't know why, after all these years, we assume possession equals goals. It doesn't, does it? You have to create big chances. You have to score goals. Blackpool in very, very decent form. Although Swansea will be really disappointed with this goal. Big Gary Medine, who's a huge bloke, just takes 5 steps back, goes to the far post, completely unmarked, and nods that corner in on 4 minutes. Easy pickings there for Medine, and Blackpool hold out and win the game. Only 1 shot on target, you can see there, from Swansea during the match. Blackpool, excellent. Top half place there, up in 12, 51 points. How high can they finish? And then you start saying, Blackpool's next game is Sheffield United. Sheffield United are 6th. If Blackpool beat Sheffield United, they'll be 4 points off the team that are in 6th place going into the game. So let's just get this 3-game week over and we'll review the playoff picture. It's all too crowded for me to even comprehend at the moment. Swansea are going to be on the beach fairly soon, you'd imagine. So they're miles away from, 25, I think, down there. They're 21 points ahead of relegation. So, just need a little bit of a pick-me-up there. Dazza, Swans literally passed us to death but created next to nothing. I agree. 1 shot on target, indeed. I think Blackpool could make a late surge. I can't rule it out. I don't think it'll happen, but I can't rule it out. Swansea, number 1 for possession, number 19 for shots per game. So, maybe we as fans just need to stop assuming that there's a correlation between possession and winning. It kind of doesn't matter, really, does it? Let's move on and talk about Cardiff versus Preston. We'll do this one quickly because it was a 0-0. Are both of these teams on the beach? Is that fair to say? I think Preston are in fairly good form, as in not losing many. Cardiff are improving under Steve Morrison. Let's see if we get any comments on this one. Any Cardiff or Preston fans in? Looks like a really even game. Preston 2 big chances to 0. Maybe they could have snuck it. I wasn't there. I don't know. Are we starting some beach ball with some of these teams? I wonder. Indeed. I haven't done it for a while, guys. I'm going to give a little plug for our merchandise. There is our merch store there. T-shirts, mugs, phone cases, etc. Have a look at the ticker there. www.benjaminbloommerch.store. I always say this will always be free on here, but you can support by hitting the like button, by commenting, which I can see you're all doing at the moment. You can buy some merchandise if you want, Will. We'll come up with a new load in the summer as well, so be one of the last people to get this season's merchandise. The address one more time, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. You can click on it under the video on YouTube as well. We got 2 games to go. And speaking of beach ball, it was Peterborough 2, Stoke 2 in a rare week of Desmond's. I say beach ball. I'll be interested in Stoke fans' views on that. Are they done for the season down in the bottom half? And are Peterborough planning for League One? You can tell me in the chat. Peterborough 2, Stoke 2. Let's have a look at the goals. Driven in from the angle there. Should the keeper do better here? I wonder. It's good finish by Brown, but you look at the angles, looks like the keeper's favourite there, drilled into the far corner there. So you tell me, good finish, bad keeping, bit of both. Good finish this by Johnson. Clark Harris knocked off to him and bends it in the corner. I think a few of you in the comments have been a bit let down by Clark Harris after the 30-plus goals in League One this season. He hasn't hit the heights, but hey, Peterborough haven't really hit the heights, period. Handball, I think we can agree that's one. Maybe the refs did get right. I'm in a unnatural position, a rare one this weekend. Lewis Baker sticks that one home. Not sure about this one. There wasn't a red card followed this. I don't know whether the ball is running away there. Denial of obvious goal-scoring opportunity there, anybody? I don't know. If it's on the beach, does it matter? Johnson Clark-Harris gets the second here. So Stoke, 15th. And a few without a win now, aren't they? That's not. I've said for a while that's not going to do for Michael O'Neill, 15th place. If that's what the Stoke owners want, then maybe I'll be wrong. But I'm sure it's not. Peterborough 6 off, and I think they're like. I'm pulling numbers out of the air now. They're like 16 or 17 without a win or something. Peterborough in all comps. If you take the FA Cup one out, feels like a long while. They beat Millwall a while back. I'm trying to think. It's a long time without a win. Peterborough planning for League One since well. How about younger refs from lower down? Maybe I don't know. Anything to help out now because it's not great, is it? A bit of a poor game. Oh, this is the Preston one. Will Bambo Diaby. Will loves Bambo Diaby, doesn't he? Peterborough had a good start from what I remember. Not amazing. I think they won a few home games, isn't it? Dearly departed will get sorted out in the next day or so. Saeed, apologies. Very, very busy at this time of the season and a 3-game week if you're a Watford, Villa, Leeds, Norwich, Brentford fan. Last one, and I'll do it quickly. I thought this would be an on-the-beach high scorer between Birmingham and Hull. Exact opposite. Birmingham 0, Hull 0. So if anyone wants to say anything about this one in the chat, please be my guest. I'll go straight ahead to the league table. 19th and 20th. Play out a 0-0, I suppose. Take a point where you are. And if you look at it, Hull 13 off. Birmingham 16 off that relegation zone. So they're both looking very, very much safe and planning for next season under Bowyer and Arveladze. I'll let it go another 10, 15 seconds and see if we get any comments on it. If not, we will move on and sum up the ridiculous state of the Championship League table after round 37. I say ridiculous just in respects of that playoff push. Look, Fulham ahead and clear, fine. They're pretty much up, aren't they? Bournemouth, yep, favourites for second, 3 games in hand, 2 games in hand on QPR as well. And then Huddersfield, Blackburn, Sheffield United, Luton, Middlesbrough, all dropping points. So a good day for QPR and Forest. And let's see if it's any clearer at the end of this 3-game week, because we've got a midweek round weekend, and then we've got a break until the start of April. Maybe we'll know more. But at the moment, can you really rule out? Look, Millwall are 3 points off, and they're in 11th place. So it's hard for us to rule anybody out. I know there's traffic. I know teams are playing head-to-head games, but anyone wins 3 and 4 at this stage, they could find themselves either right on the edge or inside those playoff places. Worth, let's give one more shout out for the like spike. We are so close, guys. We're on 96 likes. Please do give us one more like spike and see if we can get over 100 likes for the show. We are going to move on now and hear about Team of the Round. Get your shout in for Team of the Round. Please, as always, my normal please here. Leave your bias at the door. You don't need to wave your pom-poms and put your cheerleader skirt on for your own club. Which team had the best result in the whole division? Get out of your own partisan view and tell me who your Team of the Round is. I've got 3 on my shortlist. I've got Coventry, really good result, beating Sheffield United 4-1. Nottingham Forest, okay. Opponents less good in this one because it was Reading, 4-0 win there. I've also got Blackpool as well. 3 wins on the bounce for Blackpool into the top half. But again, Swansea appeared to be knocking the ball around a lot. So I've got Coventry, Forest and Blackpool as my 3. Vote for who you like. Try and vote objectively. Leave your bias at the door and we'll click as many of these up on the screen and see if we get a unanimous win here. What are we saying here? Right, Coventry. I think we've got a unanimous one. I'll click on all of these. Any other shout outs? Coventry, Forest. Yeah, Coventry. Yeah, okay. So Coventry, well played, are our team of the round. We are going to move on to goal of the round. I'll be a bit less fierce about voting for players you support now in this one. It's a bit more of a difficult call. Goal of the round, I've got 4 written down. I've got Harry Wilson for the curler with the left foot, although lots of people are cross with him for missing that header. But we're only talking about that in isolation. What was the best goal of the round? So maybe Wilson for Fulham. He's on 10 goals, 10 assists. Weimann, brilliant volley. I'm not sure about the assist, but hey, that's not Weimann's fault. He did what he could with it and slammed the volley in. Godden, I really like the build-up for that goal from Martson through to O'Hare, who was excellent, and Godden, the tapping, but they did slice open Sheffield United for that one. Keenan Davis as well. I'm talking about the second goal for Keenan Davis where he gets it and he shows a good combination of power and soft feet to get in and then smacks it in off the far post. So really good second goal by Keenan Davis. Vote for whoever you think is the goal of the round. My 4 are Wilson, Weimann, Godden and Davis. We'll see if we get a consensus here in the chat. What have we got here? Surridge was a nice goal, actually. I do agree with that. Wilson. He's out in front. Weimann, Surridge, Davis. Davis, Collymore style. High praise indeed. Weimann, Godden. Weimann, Davis, Godden. I can't be bothered to count them. Shall we share it between Keenan Davis and Andy Weimann, I think, from the amount I wrote out? I know there was a Harry, but we talked about Fulham and Harry Wilson and everyone all season long, haven't we? So there we go. Thank you, everybody. That was our championship review. So thank you for everybody who's been here live in the comments. Thank you for our live likes as well. We're over 108. If you're watching after the fact, please do hit the like button and get your comments in on anything we've said here today. Busy week, so I'll call it quits there, and we're going to be back with the preview show tomorrow. I don't want to give you 10 hours of content to watch this week. I'm sure even the most hardened Benjamin Bloom subscribers here will be fed up if I took for hours and hours and hours and hours this week. With that being said, do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if anyone is saying thank you and saying nice things, I'll click them up on the screen in the advert at the end. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was our championship review for round 37. And all that remains for me to say is a lovely big over and out. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.